Every 50 minutes, someone dies due to drunk driving. Don't be another statistic. Get involved with MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Drunk driving is entirely preventable. Think of 29 people you love and care. Your parents, grandparents, uncles, cousins, teachers, counselors, coaches, youth pastors, youth leaders, church pastors. Those 29 people could be dead because 29 people die every day due to drunk driving. You may be thinking, it'll never happen to my family. Why me? 2 out of every 3 people are impacted by drunk driving. You or your loved ones could very easily be next. Drunk driving costs each American $500 a year. I don't know about you, but I don't have $500 sitting around to just throw to drunk driving. Drunk driving is such a serious problem, but there is a solution. One solution is high visibility law enforcement. Drivers knowing that police officers and law enforcement are out there is going to take the statistic down. 44% of the cops killed in the line of duty were killed in traffic accidents. Fatalities have been reduced with 20% because of sobriety checkpoints. That leads me to my next point. You may be wondering what's a sobriety checkpoint, and I was too before I did my research. Drivers are warned ahead of the checkpoint by signs that say, sobriety checkpoint ahead, sobriety, just like any other traffic sign. Obviously, the cops are still going to have reasonable cause before searching the vehicle and breathalyzing the victim, or the offender. Vehicles will then be stopped in a specific sequence, whether that's every second car, every fifth car, every 17 cars, and it just eliminates racial profiling or just profiling in general. And if you pass the breath test, you're on your way within minutes. The average stop time of a sobriety checkpoint is the same that you would sit at a stoplight. You can get involved, reduce the statistics, and prevent yourself and your loved ones from becoming the next statistic. The number 1 cause of death in teenagers is car crashes. 1 in 4 drivers tested positive for at least one drug that could affect safety. There are 300,000 incidents a day, 10,876 deaths a year, and 290,000 injuries per year. If you see someone and you believe they are driving impaired, call 911, Highway Patrol, or your local police station. Impaired driving isn't just limited to alcohol. Underage drinking will lead to alcohol dependence and alcohol abuse as they become adults. You can donate to MAD to help them save lives and continue to put safety measures into place. If you get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle and have to ask yourself if it's safe to drive, you most likely should not be driving. If you are impaired and cannot drive, then call an Uber or Lyft or use another ride-sharing app. It might be expensive, but it will cost less than therapy and lawyer bills. You could be saving yourself from killing others and killing yourself. If you are considering driving impaired, just think about someone else driving impaired and hitting your loved ones. I wouldn't want my loved ones killed, so I wouldn't want to drive and be able to kill someone else's. Here's the testimony of someone affected very deeply by this, and her name was Crystal Foster. It was December 17th, 2004 at 10:30 p.m. Her husband Chris and her 5-year-old daughter Raven picked her up from work. They were driving to their way home. 13 minutes later, they were hit by an underage drunk driver. The driver that hit them was high on drugs and doubled the legal blood alcohol content. The car was driving the wrong way on the freeway, going 110 miles per hour. Chris, Crystal, and Raven were hit head-on. On the way to the hospital, Chris died. Once they arrived at the hospital, the doctor said that Crystal wouldn't make it through the night, and that 5-year-old Raven suffered traumatic brain injury and shock. That night, Raven watched her stepdad die and her mother severely injured. Crystal was in a coma for 30 days. Crystal was pregnant at the time of the accident, but miscarried due to the impact. Crystal is now a police dispatcher. Drunk driving also includes drugs. So if you smoke weed, even if you're on prescription medicine, If it affects your driving, then don't drive after you take it. And if you're not sure if your prescription affects your safety in operating a motor vehicle, then you need to call your doctor. I personally know that I would be very angry if someone decided to get high or get drunk and drive and hit my little siblings or my parents or anyone that I care about and that I know and kill them because they couldn't spend $10 to get a ride or call someone, because we all have cell phones in our pocket. So it isn't like you didn't have another option. There's more than one way. Your car might get towed, but what's worse, having your car towed or knowing that you killed someone who was just trying to go home and see their family? Because you can live with your car being towed, but are you gonna be able to live with knowing that you killed someone's mother, father, sister, or brother?